my dreadlock in the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. Put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you believe on? Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us...
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of...
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Recon 132-5.
On first down, Dobbins, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Ready? Second and 9.
On second down, here's Hodges. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A great return there of 22 yards. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Rams' 39-yard line.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll try the left side. Swift. Now the ball comes loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Swift. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down now, It's Henry, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Got it. Greystone travel. Smooth. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Let's go, defense.
On third down, Hodges. And this is going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Hodges. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Back.
Derrick Henry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Hey!
Here we go.
Hey, seam 6. 5.
They'll try and throw for it with Hodges. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Throwing now, Hodges on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Right back to him on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
61, matchbox, lights. Rocket. Hey, Alpha.
Hodges here on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On fourth down, Hodges. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Watch the edge. Wide, get wide. Shoot.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to take off with it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They find some open field here. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff Spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 34. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's second down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Wilson, rolling to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Hodges. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Hodges, 4th down. Here we go. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 2nd down, Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Abuka able to record his 5th sack of the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, Went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, LA. Derrick Henry, 78 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 60 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Rams have got it back.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Now Hodges on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Go, let's
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First throw now for the backup Brady. A dump underneath to Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's taken in by Hansen, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Brady going to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Wilson being chased out left. This complete to Lockett. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Here we go, G, get off the field. Nice, 41. Trick the ball. Left pass. 41's the Mike. Alert. Hey, alert.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now it's Wilson rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 25 yards. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks.
Wild Bill. He's coming. Double up, double up. Run it, run it, run it. Off, off. Gun. Double up. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. On 3rd down, Swift, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Hodges. Looking middle and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front put...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play.